Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome to a little bit of League of Legends. So I don't normally upload a lot of these because the games I play are kind of dumb, but this one was so stupid that I figured I'd have to just sort of put this one out there. So generally speaking, for those of you who don't watch me playing this game very often, I'm not very good at this game. I'm currently located in like Bronze 3, this one actually promoted me up to Bronze 2, spoiler ahead, but essentially speaking, like, I'm approximately a high silver, low gold player. That's approximately where I generally sit once I play it and get up to there, and then that's where I kind of like peak. Because I don't take this game super seriously and I don't play it very much. I feel like if I practiced a lot, I could of course get better. That's the same with like a lot of people doing literally anything. But this is when I like have my MMR decay hit. Like I practice a few games, I like win, lose a couple of bronze or whatever, and I start like hard carrying myself out into silver when things start to slow down again. So that's where things are at right now, and this is basically what happens in like bronze. And you'd be thinking it's like, well, aren't you basically smurfing? It's like, well, not really. Like if you're this level of silver or gold or whatever, and you're out of practice, you're basically bronze anyway. So anyway, we're playing Riven here, Arcade Riven in this case, against Renekton. And this is, classically speaking, a really bad lane matchup. Like, this is one of the ones where Riven's supposed to just get completely wrecked. Now, at this point in time, I'm just sort of running around here, just waiting for Renekton to show up here or whatever. I decided at this point to see, like, you know what, I'm going to try and go for a fast level 2, and if I get level 2 early, then I can use that to my advantage and get a quick kill here or something like that. So that's what's sort of going on here. He is going to get some chip on me there, but I'm actually able to heal back some of that health with the Fleet Footwork, which is what I've got from my runes page here or whatever. So this is one of the other reasons like you see me running around so much. It's because it gives me pretty decent amounts of heals here. You can see like I'm full health now. He's used his ability here, and this means that I can sort of go in here. And I didn't really put that in the right direction. I probably could have gotten the kill there, like right away there. I could have even possibly gotten that off the Ignite there, but I figured, I don't need to force anything. If I just last hit way better than him, then things are going to go up in my favor anyway. And he decides to stick around, which I thought was really weird. So he's used a potion, actually, which I'm actually super happy with. He goes for this last hit here. And this lets me sort of, like, go in and kill him. I had to pop that Ignite there because I wasn't sure if he'd be able to flash out if I didn't, so I didn't want to have to do this under the tower or anything like that. Now, he has Teleport. By contrast, I'm using Ignite, which I just used there, obviously. And I'm pretty sure it was actually the Ignite that ended up getting that little tick of damage that killed him. So he pushed the lane under his tower. We're going to go back. We're going to use that to our advantage. We're going to buy some stuff here. I'm basically just like buying a ton of longswords. I don't actually know how to check what items I've got here. Like, I'm sure there's some way to figure out what items people are buying here, but I don't know what that would be. Let's find out. Let's see here, interface visibility. Score display, all scoreboard, objective timers, don't really need that. Huh. Well, either way, I think we're going to just not worry about that. The approximate build is, like, I'm going to start off trying to get a fairly quick Yoma's Ghostblade, which is going to, of course, be like really powerful for Riven in terms of like being able to sort of keep away from him if he decides to use his ult and stuff like that. After that, I'm going to go for the Death Stance. And we managed to get a bunch of damage here. I don't really want to fight him there because he's got all these minions, so I'd be tanking way too many extra minions there, too much extra damage. No reason for me to fight him there, and he's so low, he's popped his potions and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and I'm also buying refillables, like I don't like having to pay for lots of like regular potions. So here, like, we're almost back at full health. I haven't had to use my refillables yet. And I think that we're actually able to go in for the kill here. He goes in a different direction than I thought he would. I thought he'd be trying to run away there, but in any event, like, we trade stuns. He just stands there like a bit of a moron for a second there because he's been stunned, and I'm able to get a quick kill there again. So, able to just sort of heal up. Like, you can see me again running around a lot between last hits, and he teleports in lane. I'm practically full health at this point in time, and I'm like a level ahead of him, 2 levels ahead of him actually, so even though he's like teleported back in, he's bot, he's fresh and everything like that, I'm not worried at all about him here, so we're just going to continue running around, keeping our charges up, and yeah, like this game looks like it's going to be a pretty good game for us. It looks like nothing too special is happening. This would have been a great trade, by the way, if that hadn't been for that little bit of tower hit. I thought I was just out of range, but unfortunately I was just in range there. And that sort of like levels the distance a little bit for him, so like, he needs help badly. Amumu's going to be coming up top here, I think, pretty much now. I do actually die a decent amount in this game, but not too bad. So, yeah, like, there's some trades going on. Like, I've got 2 kills. There's another kill on our team somewhere. Like, it's pretty... Oh, here's where the goddamn items are. Why would that be the scoreboard? So anyway, like, we also got Jin. He's got a little bit of a kill there against Tristana, which is all pretty good. And, you know, it looks like things are going to be a pretty good game on our behalf. But, like, part of the problem that we're running into here is, like, our Gangplank not really farming very effectively in mid lane. Like, both him and Malzahar are already out of mana, but, like, whatever, that's fine. They're both just sort of, like, derping around in mid lane just trying to farm, and neither of them are getting a really good lead against one another. Malzahar, I think, also outscales Gangplank to a certain degree there. Like, Gangplank scales pretty hard, but Malzahar also does, so... I don't know, especially in this Ela where, like, Malzahar just has to ult somebody and they just die. Just ult, like, an important person in the middle of a team fight, and they're basically just dead. Anyway, yeah, we got a Mumu. He's coming up here. He's gonna, like, just truck around, I think. I don't think I died just yet, but I do die, like, 4 times, I think, in this game. It's not bad. I get 11 kills in this one. I'm basically, like, the prime target in every fight. Mumu comes in, clears out one of the wards. Like, he doesn't want to fight me because he thinks... I'm pretty sure he's, like, pretty certain that I know that I can take them 2-on-1. Which I probably can. Like, if I killed, like, if I killed him quickly, like, you know... What he's hoping for is that he can run in for a gank while I'm in the middle of a fight. And that's sort of not looking like it's going to happen, so I go run after a Mumu here, and he's sort of forced to run away again. And this sort of happens, like, back and forth here. And this just sort of stopped me from, like, pressuring the Renekton to a certain degree. Like, but, you know, here I come in. Now, I thought he was going to run away, but, like... Yeah, so I actually just kill him. Like, I didn't ult early, because I thought what I would do is I would exchange a couple hits there, and then he'd back off. Which would sort of be the smart thing to do, but since he committed, like, I'm like, okay, well, I'll just pop ult and then kill him. Which is what ends up happening, of course. Like, it would have been a real waste of my ultimate if he was playing that smarter, because, like, if he... Well, I don't even know if it would have been smarter. Like, maybe it was worth him risking that, because, like, what happens is I do that full trade, and he's forced to, like, use the stun and then get out. And hopefully he deals enough damage on the stun that he, you know, forces me to reconsider more trades like that. Or make it so that he could potentially kill me in an all-in or something like that. But what... Yeah, maybe that would have been... Maybe he did do the smarter move. It's hard to tell in this sort of situation. Like, obviously not because he died, but, like... in this particular case, I think, like, it's one of those situations where if he had run away, he wouldn't at least have not died. Well, no, I guess, like, you never want to be the one feeding into the kills or whatever like that. You need to sort of have that consideration. And at this point in time, it's really hard for me to push in, so I'm not going to be able to get very many tower plates in this game. You're going to notice that, despite the fact that I'm really dominating this guy. Like, I'm 3-0 at this point in time, and I've got a pretty big CS lead at this point, I think. And the reason for that is that my opponent here has just got, like, really good equipment and summoners for stopping me from... completely dominating the tower game, and essentially, like, he's got the ability to teleport into the lane when, like, his tower's too under threat there, and he's got the ability to clear waves really fastly thanks to that Tiamat. He goes off to deal with mid. I'm thinking at this point in time, you know, it's probably better for me to just get, like, a tower or something like that. So, like, I come down here, but then I think I'd, like, just decide, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go elsewhere. Bottom lane actually gets a pretty good kill there against a Mumu, which is really nice. Like, yeah, our Gangplank manages to get out of that gank just fine, so I can go back to top lane and just push this out here. Get that tower plate. I think I only get 2 out of the 5 of them in this game. Yeah, I just barely missed that stun, which would have been, like, a lot of extra damage against him if I had gotten that. Able to heal back a bit thanks to fleet footwork. He's basically back at full health again. One of the things about Renekton, you gotta be really careful, like, managing his rage meter. Like, if he's able to sort of slow push towards you while gaining rage, that's sort of how he kills you, generally speaking. I actually do die here as well. Like, Amumu is just coming again. He ganks a ton. Like, I don't get any ganks from Gragas because, like, our Gragas is kind of terrible. And, like, to be fair, like, he's probably thinking, like, this Riven probably does not need help. So like, at this point in time, I'm thinking like I could probably be okay, but like, yeah, I flashed in the wrong direction and everything. It's just like, yeah, well, okay, you know, fair enough kind of thing. They've been using like a lot of wards, they've been like doing a lot of smart things to try and like contain me. It's just that I'm able to overpower them normally. Like that one's when like I was nowhere near able to do that. So at this point in time, let's take a quick look at the build here. I've got my Yoma's Ghostblade at this point. Got like a nice kill against the Malzahar here, which is really quite good. But I've got like Yomu's, I've got boots, I've got a couple longswords versus Tiamat longsword. Like he is so much more screwed. Like I've been pinging this over and over again. I was really hoping that Gangplank would go and do, like we've got 3 people here. There's no real excuse for this. Yeah, like our Gragas tries to go over there. I'm going to go help him as fast as I can here. I think I've already used my like Yomu's or something like that. But I'm trying to just sort of run up there. They get it. Like it's not us that got that one. Gragas is getting his ass kicked. He actually missed his flashing smite. Any event, like there goes Renekton. And I'm able to get the kill there. So blue buff transfer, that's kind of nice. They don't get much out of the Rift Herald, so it's not like it's actually a huge deal. And this lets me sort of run back up top lane again and push into the lane just a little bit more. Renekton, I think, has got teleport at this point in time, so I don't think that he's actually in that much trouble as far as that goes. But yeah, you can see them pinging, like they just are like, we need 2 people top lane again. I get another plate here because, like, realistically speaking, nothing gonna stop me there. And at this point in time, I've got 2 kills. They're gold reset, like Renekton and Amumu both had their gold reset, so they're worth quite a lot at this point in time. But, yeah, I'm trying to remember, do I die here? I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I go back off this. You can sort of tell from like the little bars there, but I can never read this thing very well. Anyway, like, yeah, like you can see that they feel like they need to be up here to try and stop me from doing my stuff here. Get another Caulfield, another longsword, so it's like Yomu's. I've got basically the equivalent of 6 longswords plus some extra perks here. Even more longswords. Just this is like a Riven player thing. Like you'll often see their inventory just filled with longswords. Like I was watching actually a YouTube video of a person who's actually much better at Riven than I am. He's got like 3 longswords in his bar there or something like that. It's just like, yeah, no, that's pretty normal. In event there, like Renekton, he's trying to like make up the difference in terms of plates and everything like that. But yeah, Rift Herald coming in without really that much. I'm able to kill it pretty quickly. He did take out 2 plates that way, like, and you know that's to be expected. But realistically, like, you should never use Rift Herald unless you're going to get a tower off of it. Like, you should always be able to get a tower off of Rift Herald. So, I don't know. At this point in time, like, I feel pretty confident fighting Renekton. Their Malzahar, though, getting quite beefy there. He managed to get clean out of that. Like, I was so irritated at that one. Yeah. But I'm not at all afraid of Renekton at this particular point in time. I go down, but I see that like Amumu is immediately sort of moving, and so I loop back up to Tribush here. The reason that I was able to see that, like, he just should not have stopped pushing that tower. He knew that I was coming around to kill him, so that's why he did that. And Renekton, like, is just like clearly doesn't know where I am at this point in time. I'm just like, yeah, I can probably kill him. So I just run in. And just barely don't get the kill, but he's going to get overconfident here, and he's going to try and recall, like, from around there, and I'm just like, okay, well, there we go. Now, if he'd stunned me under the tower, it could have gone poorly, but I've got a little bit more range on my W than he does in an auto attack, so maybe if he had, like, ult auto attack, or ult stun, or something like that, that would have worked, but just barely able to sort of avoid getting murdered there. After that kill, able to push and take the tower, like, just because they've got so many things going on elsewhere that for sure, like, they're going to be able to take tower. Now, my team screws up here. Like, if I... take a look at this thing. So they chase after Malzahar here to get that kill. Gangplank still dies. They do kill Malzahar, but what they should have done is cleared out this tower first. If they had done that, we wouldn't have lost First Blood Tower, and I would have got First Blood Tower instead. So there was a pretty big misplay in terms of like my team's part. I could have pushed a little bit faster, but like I always have to be a little bit careful and sort of assess whether or not like it's safe for me to stay in these situations, and you have to sort of like take your time to think those sort of things through a little bit. I probably should have just moved faster in that particular case because there's so much stuff going on mid though. In any event, like our opponent here is Shojin Spear and Tiamat. He's got 2 kills, 5 deaths, and 80 last hits versus 6 kills, 1 death, 109 last hits. So in terms of all that, we're looking at a pretty big difference here. Vamp Scepter, Ionian Boots, like at this point in time, we're pretty much at cap cooldown reduction, and our damage is just getting kind of out of hand here. Now, we're nowhere near invincible at this point in time. Like, that's not really sort of what's happening. And at this point in time as well, like, you'll notice that a lot of my team, like, Gragas is 0, 2, and 4. Like, that's pretty bad for Gragas. He's going to damage. Like, he can't be going for a Sheen if he's going to be getting killed that often, and he's not going to be doing any damage. Our Gangplank, 2, 3, and 2, also not scaling very well. He should at least have the Triforce by now. He probably can't afford it, but he needs it badly. Like, he needed it, like, a little while ago, if I'm totally honest with you. And our Jin here, 5, 1, and 1. Like, he's actually doing kind of okay, but like, because of Thresh dying 036 and all that, him getting shut down there, you know, Gragas getting killed again, like, this is where it goes from being like, okay, well, we're not too far behind as an overall team. I'm still ahead by enough that I can carry the game. But it's reaching that point, like, you can almost see that they've reached parity here. Now I'm going to be able to just walk around and kill Malzahar. So that's going to extend that again. But again, it's kills on me. So there we go. Get shut down, get the extra gold from Malzahar there. And yeah, I'm going to go for a big ballsy play here against this guy, but unfortunately gets interrupted by a Mumu. Now, if he had tried to go in there, we could have killed him. Like, no doubt, if Renekton tried to go back in there, just thanks to Gangplank's ulti. It's actually quite a bit of damage, but like, at this point in time, it makes more sense for me to just go back, heal up, get some items. I think at this point in time, I've actually got enough gold to finish off my next item, which is going to be the Death Stance. Death Stance is actually one of my favorite items in this game here. It just fits my playstyle really well, but I'm aware, like, not everyone thinks that you should go for it. So just, like, you know, go full lethality a lot of the time. Would probably let me pop Malzahar really quickly, Tristana really quickly, but she dies. Both of them die, like, fast enough to my combos, like, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I can't remember, like, what exactly it is I'm even doing at this point in time. Like, I'm kind of thinking, okay, my team's not doing too badly. I didn't realize that, like, my team, other than myself, is behind by as much as they are. Because I've got 7 of our team's kills. Like, the rest of our team only has 7 kills. So it's 7 versus 11 if we ignore top lane. And because of that, it's just really hard for me to do anything. Now, this is where I actually have, like, a really stupid, just brain-dead bronze moment here. Like, I'm not like, I'm not one of those players who thinks, like, I deserve to be better than bronze. But anyway, I use my ultimate. I just, for some reason, I end up auto-attacking, like, minions here, and I'm just, like, not attacking correctly here. And then, you know, even though I'm not auto-attacking him, he still dies. Like, that's how bad, like, I'm playing there, but also that's how bad things are going for him. Like, literally not auto-attacking him, and he dies. So, it's pretty bad. At this point in time, I've got, like, Yomu's, I've got Death Stance. I'm starting to work towards, if I recall, the Sterix gauge. I'm not getting Black Cleaver this particular game. I don't feel like I need it this game. Yeah, I've got 2 kind of tanky players, but, like, they're so far behind that I've been destroying them so quickly that, like, I feel like other things would be a little bit more efficient. Like, if Gragas was any good, he'd knock that guy into the turret and, like, kill him so quickly. I don't know. Just has to get, like, the regular barrel and then pop it and then ultimate, and that Malzahar would have been super dead. Gragas, I think Gangplank just runs him down is what ends up happening, and, you know, that's fine. Tristana gets another kill, though. She's starting to get actually quite fed. I can't kill Tristana late game, or rather, it's very difficult for me to, especially with her team comp. It's very easy for her to scale. She's, like, really good late game champion, and she's hard to kill if you're Riven. Like Ribbon against certain AD carries, like relatively immobile ones like Jin or Misfortune, you can jump on them and they can't get away very easily if you just pop like your Yomu's Ghostblade. And because of that, it's much easier to fight against those kinds of AD carries. But Tristana, like, she's got her jump and she's able to get away from me, and then she's got her ultimate, which is a good knockback. Vayne's got a similar sort of problem with her, of being able to sort of deal with you and your bullshit. But you can sometimes burst them fast enough that they can't react to it, in which case those are always great moments. At this point in time, big team fight sort of going around near Dragon, but it's not a real team fight. Like, they're not trying to fight, it's just posturing from both sides. And, you know, I think that, you know, since neither side has everyone there, that's probably worthwhile. Like, they just lost their smite there. And I'm just pushing towers, and at this point in time, they've been forced to react here. You can see teleports coming down from Malzahar, who's one of their pretty decent damage dealers at this point in time. Coming around to try and get me, and I just leave. Like, he's got a pretty okay amount of build here. 6 kills, 5 deaths. Like, he's doing okay. He's nothing, like, amazing or anything like that in terms of damage, because this is not a pure damage build yet. Like, he doesn't have a death cap or anything like that. But he's doing okay. Daramumu got Hunting Guys for some reason. I don't know why. This guy, he's got Spirit Children and Tiamat combo, and he's going for armor here. Bramble Vest. A lot of deaths up happening on my team just down south here. Gragas here, he's going for the Iceborne Gauntlet. Oh yeah, I forgot that that's a thing that this guy can get. Gangplank on the other hand, he has got his Triforce Ionian Boots. That's all he's got though. That's pretty bad for that point in time. Infinity Edge Rapid Fire Cannon on our Jin. That's actually pretty good. And then we got the Knight's Vow and stuff like that here. I actually do like get kind of wrecked here. Like, they just are throwing so much junk on me here. But, yeah, we do get 2 kills, trade 2 kills for 2. Because, after Gangplank gets the kill there, he's gonna get murdered by Blitzcrank. So that actually ends up working kind of okay. It takes, like, all of them, basically, to kill the 2 of us. Like, we killed 3 of them, basically. End up getting 2 kills on Gangplank as well, which is nice to get some kills off of me onto someone else. So Gangplank's now 5-5-3, which is pretty okay. It's not great, like Jin's still doing a little bit better at 5-4-1. But Jin's like not positioning himself very well for these later game team fights. Gragas isn't peeling for him very well. Thresh keeps getting grabbed, like Thresh is 0-6-6, which is pretty bad. And Tristana is now 7-1-4. Like, bottom lane, like the difference between bottom lanes is getting a little bit out of hand. So at this point in time, like, I'm forced to sort of just run places. Like, I just use Ghostblade because I can. It's got a fairly short cooldown, so, you know, figured why not. But there's not a ton, like, I can immediately see that needs doing, which makes things a little bit more difficult for me here. In the end, I decided to just run top lane again. That's sort of my go-to for this one. It's a little bit more exposed, and I can get some pressure there. Because of the way things are going, like, it's easy for me to get some of that pressure. I end up seeing like red just spawning here, so I'm just like, okay, well, I'll just grab this on the way. And instead of going top, I end up coming down to try and help here because I realize there's this big stupid team fight that shouldn't have been happening. And like, I sort of like ult and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just run in there and clean up. And then I realize that these guys are actually all like full health, so I just leave. I'm just like, well, you know, it's one of those moments where it's just like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do here for my team. Let's just get out. And I make sure to back here instead of getting caught. Like, I could go and ring around the roses for like 5 minutes against the enemy team, but like realistically speaking, like I could have been there with my team, but there's no reason for them to get in that stupid fight or get wrecked that hard in it. It would have just resulted in me getting killed as well. Like, if I can get on Tristana, like, it's fine, but fighting down mid lane, that's not where I can fight Tristana. I need to be around the jungle or where the bushes are, where I can sort of leap out, instantly kill Tristana, and have that be the case. But I just realized our Jin has teleport. This probably explains a lot about our game. Also running into some slight problems here, like our Gragas is just sort of dueling in his own jungle to try and get his own buffs. It's like that kind of moment in the game. Renekton thankfully doesn't have Smite though. I'm going up here just check out what's going on, but I'm like, okay, well I guess we're doing Dragon now because Jin's doing it. It's not really, it's an Ocean Drake, I don't really care too much about it. But you know, figure, okay, well, he's starting it, like, let's just get it done faster. I didn't really think it was a great time to do it, personally, because, like, we didn't know where the enemy team was or what was going on. But, you know, that sort of thing happens. I'm forced to sort of retreat back around. I can't flank from there because, like, they've got 2 heavy people, and then, like, also they've got Renekton coming in. So I need to sort of position to flank, and I'm just trying to keep barely out of range of Tristana's vision. I don't want her to see me here. I saw her coming towards me, but I figured, you know what, let's just use my ult there, and then we managed to get a quick kill there. Like I said, this is where I want to be fighting her, is like where she can't easily get away from me. We get the Malzahar as well, like, he still kills me with this weird thing there. And this sort of goes to show, like, what the damage values of our team are looking like, because, like, Renekton, who's not really fed or anything like that, is not only tanking quite well, he is built-in quite tanky with all those Thornmail and that second Chain Vest, but he is dealing a lot of damage to my team, which is kind of weird, because my team should be able to, like, survive that a little bit better. Instead, they're just, like, getting wrecked. So, like, at this point in time, I realize I can't help my team in team fights. You might look at this and be like, well, you're actually your team's only hope in team fights. So, like, if you're playing in this sort of situation and you can kill their Tristana, you can kill their Malzahar, and your team is having this much trouble against a Renekton 4v1, there's no help for your team. Like, he's not even a fed Renekton. He's like 883, I guess, at this point in time, which is, I guess, is pretty fed at this point in time. No, that's not really my fault. But your team should be able to deal with, like, one enemy in a team fight, and if it's me versus 4 of the enemy team while one of them, the rest of them all deal with Renekton or whatever, then we're going to lose every single team fight. So there's no point in me, like, being there. What's going to happen is, like, I'll get on and kill, like, try and kill Tristana. What's going to happen is Malzahar is going to ult me and then I'm going to die. And if as soon as they figure out how to do that without me killing someone, then yeah, like, the game's over. Like, that's basically, like, us lost. So yeah, I can't really be here for my team. I have to sort of try and push for the win here. So they're drawn to the bottom lane and, you know, doing their thing there. And I'm just going to run top lane. And at this point in time, there's, like, this weird derpy team fight near the Dragon Pit going on here. If we just take a look at the directed camera, you can see that, like, it's sort of drifted from, like, the Dragon Pit down to bot lane, and then my Jhin and my Gragas just sort of run straight after Amumu into the Renekton and get completely destroyed. Like, Gragas completely screws up his ultimate there. He doesn't grab the stupid Thresh hook. At this point in time, like, I'm just still pushing top lane. Like, I'm not coming back for this, because I know that even if I came back, it wouldn't do anything. Like, I could get 2 kills here, and it would not save my team. So at this point in time, I've taken inhib. My team's just, like, for some reason, chasing 4 or 3 men into, like, the enemy's entire 5-man team. 2 people get killed because of that. Blitzcrank is about to, like, just run straight into Gangplank, and he's forced to run away the way he does. Now, at this point in time, they're pushing hard on this turret, but their damage isn't actually necessarily that much better in any way, shape, or form. And you can see I've actually taken one of the Nexus turrets, and now I'm working on another Nexus turret, and they still haven't realized that this is happening. And this is where they suddenly realize that this is a thing that is happening. And here I am, just sort of chipping away at their Nexus, like, moving and hitting just to get away from where Malzahar is going to spawn. And yeah, suppressed. A lot of damage coming in, but not anywhere near enough. I've still got, like, two-thirds of my health bar thanks to the Starks gauge. So yeah, probably the dumbest game I've played in a long time. Yeah, I definitely feel as though this is one of those games where it's just like I won the game for the team in a way that is, like, much more direct than under normal circumstances. Like, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, no, I won the game. I won that game. It's like, no, like, this is straight line, just walking straight into their base and winning the game for the team, because your team's just walking 3 men into 5 people for some reason. Anyway, hope you found this video enjoyable, and of course, as always, hope to see you guys all next time.